Hey everybody, it's Thursday, December 29th, 2022. Monday we got the fence guys coming to put the fence in. Where the fence is gonna go is right where the property stakes are. So that's one of the pink stakes that they put out for the property line. And unfortunately, it goes right through there. So even though she's cleared some of the stuff off of here, it's got to go right through where she's piled stuff up, probably to make it a little more inconvenient. But we'll deal with that on Monday. So hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. The fence goes right through here, continues on along the power pole in between that tree. So like I said, she's done a pretty good job about moving stuff. Some of the things are in the way, but again, you know, for those of you that might think that we're being a little bit ridiculous, you can see where the property line is. That's a no trespassing sign that I put up that started all this, where she didn't like the no trespassing sign, said that wasn't our property. And it turns out we're a good 50, 60 feet. You can see where the flag is there. So, like I said, she kept pushing, told us we weren't on our property and to get it marked. So now it's marked. And after paying all the money to get it marked, we are definitely putting up a fence. That starts on Monday. Other than that, we had that nasty cold freeze like the rest of the country had. I've been uncovering the trees. It's too early to tell if they survived or not, but obviously all the leaves look pretty bad on the trees, but it is winter. Kumquat did all right, but he's pretty cold tolerant. The fruit froze up and kind of cracked a little bit, but that's what happens when it gets down to 18 degrees. But again, the limbs to these, the tree trunks, all that stuff looks all right, but all the fruit obviously froze and needs to be trimmed off there. But other than that, time will tell how we did. But could have been a lot worse. There are a lot of people that have bigger issues than us. One of the other things we decided to do, this is one of the areas that the dirt was dumped, and I've slowly scooped out most of the dirt and used it to fill holes and ruts from where they, destroyed part of the property. We're going to turn this into what we're going to call, I guess, the Boneyard. Boneyard because it's just going to have the scraps from all of our other projects. So versus having stuff up by the barn where it's kind of an eyesore, we're going to keep it down here and just kind of keep this as our little small scrapyard, boneyard, whatever, because all these are materials that we'll eventually use for future projects. We got some rebar from the foundation, some PVC from obviously running plumbing. The metal tubing or square tubing is from the metal building. Some wire from the concrete. Emily found half of a culvert, 9-foot section on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. That one section that we bought, same size, was $800, but it was a 20-foot piece. I think this is a 10-foot piece. So $350 piece of culvert for free. Not a bad deal. And then there's just a bunch of junk that we've found laying around the property that Emily wants to hang on to for some weird reason. We got an old Craftsman lawnmower hood. There's an engine block. And these are those big pieces of concrete that I think may have been some kind of a foundation for a small building or something. And then we did find a neighborhood association road sign thrown back in the woods. So that does belong to our neighborhood, but in order to put it back up, we got to get a new post or fence post or whatever, or a sign pole. So either way, that's going to be the Boneyard. Also being back down here near the beaver pond. So we'll come over here and check it out. They've definitely been busy. Emily's got a bunch of camera footage from the beavers that we'll have to get the card tomorrow, pull it off the card, and then upload the clips. But it's really hard to see how much more they've done because I don't have my muck boots on. But you can see here where the trail went, but the water keeps getting higher and higher up the trail. It's not too bad. It's not deep. It's just that it's really starting to retain a lot of water and take over a lot of land. So we were debating on what to do about this whole mess. I say let the beavers live in peace, because the edge of our property is right back there. So, I mean, we got enough acreage that they should have their place to live too. So as long as it doesn't become a problem. Somebody said that the county road, if it starts to back up over the county road, the county might get involved, but I doubt it. We'll see what happens. So a little update there. Coming back here to what's now going to be called the Boneyard, I guess. Emily will have to make a cool sign for it. But we got the scraps from all of our other projects laid out here somewhat. I'm sure we'll probably move it once or twice and have to smooth this out a little bit more, but right now we just got to get stuff out of the way. If you guys can see in the background, we've got the U-Haul, so we did go down to Emily's mom and dad's for the holiday, and while we were down there we also unloaded our storage unit. So a lot of this stuff is in the way and just trying to get stuff organized so we can unload the U-Haul tomorrow morning. The guys doing the electrical left a couple hours ago, but they got the lights up for the lean-to area. They've got the power for the 50 amp for the RV, the 110 outlet. Not really crazy how far those stick out, you know, but definitely look waterproof, so that's the good thing. Still got to hook up my hose. It's got water, but I still got to mount that. They got the outlet in here. They still got to put the light in there. Obviously, they got those lights up a while ago. They got that light up. And they've been working on putting all the outlets in here. So, a lot of progress out here. We gotta unload the U-Haul in the morning. So all that stuff's going in the small garage. So should be a fun morning tomorrow out here at Deer Run Farm.